Welcome to the show Reaction. I'm Dre Miller, your host. I would like to talk to you today about a legal injunction. But this injunction is something that I would like for us to put forth an effort, raise a campaign and awareness to create and call this injunction the Innocent Man Injunction. Of course, this is something that we will have to present to our local senators in the states that we belong to and ask them to take up this cause and take it to the legislator so that they can fashion a bill and pass it called the Innocent Man Injunction. Why is this important? Well, notably, an injunction gives you the power to stop another party or start another party from doing something, whether it be in Martin Luther King's case back in 1968 in Memphis in April, he was there to conduct a march, him, Ralph Abernathy, and others. And the city of Memphis Municipal Corporation filed an injunction against them to stop them from marching. Of course, it was later they were given the right to march with some restrictions, of course. But we're going to talk about the power of an injunction here in the criminal sense. In criminal court, a lot of times when you see blatant prosecutorial misconduct for whatever reason, whether it be hidden racism or he's seeking or she's seeking a political office later on, and they're trying to keep that record clean, all the people that they can convict have a high conviction rate. It just bodes well for their record when they start running for higher office in the political field. Unfortunately, a lot of black men and women are represented by public defenders, and even those who have street attorneys or have retained private attorneys face the same playing field. The injunction is missing, and whenever there's a total blatant violation of one's constitutional rights, that is the moment that we should say, time out. Listen, Your Honor, we want you to consider a motion now or an injunction and cease the proceedings. These judicial proceedings need to stop at this moment, whether it be right after a bail arraignment, whether it be during preliminary hearing or right into trial, because of blatant and obvious constitutional right violations of the accused. Now, each defendant has certain constitutional rights that are afforded to them and guaranteed for them to protect them and give them the right to due process, whether it is a procedural or substantive right in the due process field. We'll talk about that and I'll explain that to you a little later on. I just want to get to the point here. We need this bill to be fashioned. We need to present it to our state senators and have them then present it to the legislators across the nation and ask that this bill be passed that we're calling Innocent Man Injunction. This is important because at any stage of a criminal judicial proceeding, when we know there's foul play, we know that the prosecutor is motivated by race or any other reason to start violating blatantly the rights of the accused, then there needs to be a stop, and then this needs to go to a higher judge or the presiding judge of that district who's over all the judges in that courthouse. And if he doesn't agree or if he doesn't concur and rule and sustain the motion or the injunction, then we need to have that power to go up to a higher court, such as a criminal court of appeals, all the way up to the United States Supreme Court. I think, and I hope that you're getting my point here, the power of an injunction removes innocent people going to prison just to 15 years later on appeal, if they didn't give up the right to an appeal based on a plea bargain, which is something that the prosecutor is notorious for doing. But 15 years later, now, it's discovered that they were innocent due to DNA testing, forensic testing, or whatever, or a witness finally came forward and told the truth, etc. My point is, why go through all of that? If we had this injunction in place, the defendant's attorney, his legal counsel who's assisting him, could then stop the court, stop the proceedings, and stop this prosecutorial misconduct, and ask the presiding judge or the higher courts to cease the judicial proceedings while they look into the merits of issues raised about the violation of this defendant or the co-defendant's constitutional rights. Why is this important? We're constantly talking about how innocent black people are being sent to prison in high numbers at a high rate. And we're starting to feel like, you know, it's a losing battle all the way around. Well, legally, we need to learn how to, as a people, fight back with the law in our hand. And that law in our hand needs to be this bill. So I would like for you to join me, and I'm going to make this just a part one series to it. We're going to talk about this some more, but not to, you know, do a whole bunch of video or take up a whole bunch of your time with it on this video. I'm going to do another video, part two of this, but I just want to get you ready to start a petition in your area, your city, your town, and your state for a bill, and for it to be fashioned by our state representatives, the senators, and call that bill Innocent Man Injunction. I'm Dre Miller. I hope that you will join me in this cause, because I can assure you that this is a step in the right direction to take down a quote that has been said that the whites believe, and I'm talking about past whites who were of a racist interest, who said that they're going to do something to us niggers that's going to take us 10,000 years in court to undo. No, it hasn't been 50 years, and we're about to do something about it. So join me in this cause. See you at the next episode, and thank you.